This summoning room key. Yes, I think I'll take this in bulk. Wait, what's a tankard? 2 locks that just beg to be opened. 30 septums, and some simple clothing. Let us examine this book. Gain knowledge and speechcraft. The Wolf Queen, book 5. It's actually quite lengthy. Abreel will take it, but he'll read it later. He's in a bit of a rush now. He'll definitely read the Book Queen at a later time. Around, yes? It looks like it, yeah. So I suppose there is this way, and then these 2 doors are either locked. Doesn't appear to be. I'm a bit tired, so let's steal ourselves from what may be behind these doors. I did hear a few noises. Doesn't appear to be anything in here. Other than a place of rest, of course. Succumb to your doom. Got both of them. Excellent. Harvest Drellin is a person to fill his chambers with undead and rats. I'd very much like to meet him at this rate. That cloth horny fist bracer. Why not? I'm gonna have to drop some rat ears. That's acceptable. And disarm some traps. I don't need this lockpick. Focus. 29. Much money. Several rubies, an emerald, and a dwarven world, which I surely cannot carry. Just have to leave that there. And take the gems. Level 15 is trapped door. Prepare myself for anything that may lead me. Perhaps a potion to fortify my speed. That seems to be doing very little. Magicka. another Daedra. Apparently a Daedroth. Looks rather like an alligator. Strange species of lizard I heard of supposedly occupies the swamps here. I hope he doesn't mind me slaying all of his minions. How else am I supposed to come in here and talk to him? Reclusive indeed. What in the devil is that? Some kind of mechanical creature.
Under
Baladas.
sun and sky, Outlander, we greet you warmly.
Well, it's good to see you too. I'm Baladas Nivani, and this Arbistrellin is my home. Why have you come here? Well, Master Aryan wishes you to join the council. I have little interest in the affairs of House Telvanni, but it would not be an inconvenience to me. I will agree to join the council on the condition that you do 3 chores for me. Yeah, this figures. And what are the chores? I have 3 simple chores for you. Bring me copies of the Dwemer books, Nehunak's Fire and Faith, Antecedents of Dwemer Law, and Chronicles of Nehuleft. Well, tell me about the Fire and Faith. I know the Hall in Wisdom in Vivek has a copy of this book, but their library is well guarded. Rare booksellers may have a copy. There are currently a few copies in the hand of private collectors such as myself. So I could steal from the Hall of Wisdom, or I could try to find a rare bookseller for the Fire and Faith, the Antecedents of Dwemer Law. I know your journal has been updated. Have you found a copy of this? I don't believe that I have. Why is it asking me? That's strange. No, not yet. If I were to find one, I would do it myself. What about the Chronicles of Nehuleft? No, not yet. It may be difficult to find this book. You should try the Dwemer Rune of Nehuleft itself, which is supposed to be somewhere between Voss and the Ghost Fence. That would actually be back near Tel Voss. That's one lead. So the Hall of Wisdom in Vivek, and the Dwemer Rune of Nehuleft, which is between Voss and the Ghost Fence in the northeastern part of the island. Interesting. Tell me a bit about yourself, Baladas. Alright, you're not very talkative. What is this about Darius? I don't know who that is. It would not appear proper for me to be your patron, but I'm pleased that you would ask. The rules? Ah yes, the rules of House Telvanni. Of course. That's an interesting robe you have there. And an interesting book collection. Very interesting book collection. Baladas Polyplon Index. More books. Many potions. Ah, Vampires in Vardenfell Volume 1. I suppose you mind if I read this, do you? I hope not. I've already read Volume 2. It's short. Vampires of Vardenfell, Volume 1. The violent antipathy of Morrowind culture toward necromancy ensures that vampires are virtually unknown in Morrowind. The temple does not acknowledge the existence of Western vampire hunting orders. Nonetheless, interviews with temple officials persuade me that the Dunmer of Morrowind are experienced and knowledgeable in the handling of these menaces. On the other hand, they freely admit that even a large community of vampires might easily escape detection in the remote wastelands, or in the subterranean labyrinths of abandoned strongholds and wizard towers. The Ash Vampire of Ashlander legend is not undead. Sorceries and blessings affecting the undead reportedly have no effect on these creatures. No specimen has ever been examined, and no references have ever linked these legends with the known clans of Tamriliac vampires. The Vardenfell's three known bloodlines differ greatly in their approach to prey. The Quara bloodline features exceptional strength and endurance, and attacks in a state of static frenzy. Aundae vampires are potent spellcasters, seeking to hypnotize victims before feeding. while the swift and agile Burning clan vampires prefer stealth and ambush, first poisoning the victim with a bite, then withdrawing to a safe distance, returning to feed only when the prey is weakened. It is supposed that vampirism is contracted from wounds received from a vampire. Since few victims survive vampiric attacks on or feedings, the process of contracting the disease is little understood. Some have suggested that victims may willingly submit themselves to the will of a vampire, but no real evidence of this exists. During the incubation phase, lasting up to 72 hours, or 3 days, the vampirism disease exhibits no symptoms, and may be cured by a general spellcraft or cult blessing. However, during incubation, some victims have reported sleep disturbances